Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video is composed of things that I tinkered with throughout the day. For step-by-step detailed instructions of those tasks, you can click on the links in the comment section below. This video should contain tips and tricks of things that I've learned throughout the year. Now, I only plan on leaving this video posted for about 30 days. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to go ahead and install these LED headlight bulbs in these assemblies. As you can see, they're not real shiny behind the lenses. Here goes the instructions. The link to where I got them from is in the comment section. You can go there, but we're going to go ahead and install them and run the test. The instructions are not that complicated. They got show and tell instructions, and they have written instructions as well. They have a 36-month warranty. That's pretty good. Not a lot of companies do that anymore. What you do is come behind the light, turn it a little bit, and now you have access to your light bulb. First thing we want to do is make sure that your wiring harness is still in good shape, and this one is. Very common for these to be totally deteriorated, shorting out your bulbs and stuff. Next, you want to go ahead and unplug the light assembly from it, and the holder crumbled. So be careful.
You broke my freaking holder. These can be long enough.
Next thing you do, you squeeze this in, flip this over, and remove your current 8-7 bulb. Okay, when you pull the bulb out, you see it's got that tab there. You got to insert that one the same way so that that tab fits in there, and then try to swing your spring around to lock it in place. So the tab goes up, you set it in place, and our spring assembly is kind of awkward, so let me use two hands and try to get this spring around there. I'm going to have to spread them out real wide and then lock them in. We installed the bulbs, but we could not secure them in with the metal levers because our lever wouldn't slide down in the little slot there. Let me take the light off. See the little groove there? In our OEM style light bulbs, it has a big groove there. This one, let's say it has a 2mm groove versus the actual lights that go in there has like a 4mm groove, and that allows the spring to hold them in to sit down in there. So what we're going to try to do is open that up a little bit, cut into that, and see if we can get that to clip in, because these lights have to be clipped in your housing correctly. So I twisted that and pulled it off of the stem so that we could try to cut into that with a Dremel wheel a little bit to get it so that they can sit in there.
Just barely.
It's got to be a little bit wider to lock it in, so he's going to go cut that open. We took a little bit off top and bottom there. Let me get the light off so we can see it. In there and took a wee bit off with the Dremel. I would probably say less than 10%. So now the clips do latch. You got to push them a little bit, but they do latch. Now that they're in, we can push the light bulb in and lock those in. So let's see the orientation so that we don't have any problems with doing that. When it's up like this, hold that there, Tony. Let me grab a light.
Here. Oh, okay.
And the light goes in that way and then turns that way. So that's all we got to do. And it's got channels, and you can see the little tabs on both sides.
One is bigger than the other.
Okay, so it only go in one way. So now we're going to screw that in, lock it in, and we're good to go. Now we have to hook up the connectors. They want you to put these, they're basically what we call ballasts, but these light controllers in a place where they're not directly affected by heat. Try to secure them somewhere, and as you can see, we don't even have a battery up here on this vehicle. It was modified, so it's easy for us. We could zip tie it somewhere like this here, and then we plug that in into those wires and plug this in into that connector, and we should be ready to go. Other than the fact that we need to modify our end cap so that the wires can go through there and have a rubber grommet that needs to be waterproof. Now, our light assembly has a fan on it to help circulate air, stop it from overheating. Basically, you want 2 holes big enough for these 2 things to go through, and this one here, when you plug the light into it, it actually screws the light together. But we're going to hold off on doing that till we test the lights. We're not going to have any problem with water intrusion. We don't have any rain forecast, and it's real dry. But you don't want to run this if it's raining out, because if that stuff gets wet, it'll destroy it. All the connections made, we're going to see if the light comes on and works. This one hadn't come on yet. Give it a few more seconds. See if it comes on. Don't wipe that wiper. Alright, we might have reverse polarity. Let me switch those 2 wires. Alright, I reversed the polarity on them, and there they are. As you can see, one of them does look brighter than the other. So we're going to hook this passenger side up, and we're going to try to adjust the beams at the right height, and then we're going to go reevaluate our little track that we went on testing the old headlights. On this side, we were trying to get the bulb frame in place, and we accidentally pushed the reflector loose inside the light assembly. So we need to remove the lens, remove the light assembly, and reset that reflector back there. It's about 10 minutes. We got the 3 bulbs loose. We got to knock these clips off the bottom and then reset that reflector. As you can see up there, it looks like overheat marks, and that is consuming some of the reflective ability, and those are just, like I said, 3 or 5. These are about average, so you're going to see the average results of these assemblies. Now, this popped loose when we were pressing on it. This gives us a chance to check our wire harness, and right here, this rubber piece pops onto that tab there, and there's another adjustment thing on the bottom. This adjustment thing on the bottom gets hooked on that. So you got to make sure that's popped on that, the top is popped on that, and this over here is slipped into that corner there. Okay, we heard the bottom click in, that piece clicks in up there, that piece presses on there, and this assembly should be ready to go back together. Put the glass on, because you got to seal that off, and then we'll be able to put that piece on the back that we were installing. Do you already have that clipped in? Mm-hmm. Alright, it's clipped in. We're going to turn that light bulb in while it's out. The wire will be on the bottom, and then we're going to get that ballast type thing and hook that back up, plug that in. Let us get this lens on here first real quick. The connector on here actually has a polarity. This thing comes in focus, we'll see it. Let me set it on the box. There you go, you see the plus and the minus. And we got this one reverse polarity again. So let us fix that. Evidently, on this side, the brown is positive and the yellow is negative. Alright, the light's installed. We're going to see. And yes, man, they come on fast and bright. Alright, let's go on our little journey and see how they look on the road. With the lights on, the fan is running. You can feel them pulling air through the back of them. Like I said, after we test them, we're going to modify the cover and probably show you how we did that. We're in Tony's ride, and we're going to do the after comparison. So we're going to go back down the ways that we went yesterday. turn right on Sierra. Got a lot more white down there. We're going to go up this alley and see what the alley looks like. Watch that big break over there. So this is the after. Coming through the alley. We're going down Manal, and we're going to hit that other road that we hit yesterday, so we can do a before and after on that almost dark road. Okay, now we're driving down that semi-dark street, and we're going to hang it right here. But you can see the nice white light beam, and you can see all of the road. Didn't seem like we could see all of the road before. Now I can see street signs all the way up there. There's a yellow triangle sign I could see. Wasn't able to see that reflection last night, I don't believe. But this is that back road we went on the before. So I'll switch back and forth before and after. And then we'll make a right turn up here at this next street. See the green light? Green sign? Right before the orange one. There you go. Now we're going to come back down here and head back towards Manal. But that is the white beam that we have now with the LEDs. They're not too bright, and they seem like they have a good pattern. Now we're going to film Tony coming up the alley, so you can see the difference in him coming up this alley. And here he comes. A lot brighter white. Here's my car with the HIDs, and we're going to put these two cars side by side to compare the light beam and the brightness of them. So there's Tony over there against the orange wall, and here I come next to him. There's Tony's, and there's mine. My beam seems a little bit more concentrated, but you got to remember, we probably should have done this before and after with Tony's. His reflectors are, you know, half destroyed, deteriorated. So if he had nice clean reflectors on his headlights, he would probably have a little bit brighter light than I have there. So there are the two. On the left is the LEDs with subpar reflectors, and on the right is my HIDs with great reflectors. Another thing you get with this light system is brake light bulbs. Wonder where they went. Let me check with Tony. Here they are. So we're going to go ahead and install these in the brake light position and see the difference between the brake light bulbs. So your upper light assembly right above the lower assembly has your brake light bulb. So that's the LED bulb there. Kind of hard to tell with all this light on it, but it's installed. We're going to snap it in place and see if one will work off the other one. He already has LEDs on his license plate. Go ahead, hit the brake lights. Yeah, it works. It looks more red, but it doesn't really look any brighter. Take it.
It gives you a bulb out.
Oh, really?
I wonder if it's just because you have one in different. Let me see something.
Let's see what color this LED actually shines, and it does shine red. Hold on. Yep, hit it again. Yep, it shines red. Hit it one more time, and it has elements out the end of it. All right, thanks. They actually work good, and they're nice and red. However, they're causing a bulb failure light to come on inside the car. So that's not good. We got to figure that out and let you know how things pan out. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.